Welcome everyone to tonight's live broadcast as the West Washington Lady Senators, led by head coach Darren Russell, return home to play the Springs Valley Blackhawks. This is Craig Akers, and I will be joined shortly by my broadcast partner for tonight, Mr. Keith Abels. The past weekend was not very nice for Senator Nation and the sports of West Washington. The boys get beat Friday night by Salem. Then the girls travel to New Washington and expect to come out of there with a victory. That didn't happen. And finally, the boys then play in the consolation bracket of the county tournament, and Borden beats them in overtime when Parker Green is unable to knock down a three as time ran out. These Lady Senators just don't seem to be able to get a winning streak going. They will play well for a couple of games, and then all of a sudden it seems like they can't throw the ball in the ocean standing on the beach. It's been a Jekyll and Hyde type of season for these girls. The best news is that they're still undefeated in conference play and can pick up another win tonight. They have relied heavily on Maddie Bousman over the past couple of games for her excellent defense and scoring, and over those same 4 games. The big question comes from senior Senator Big Cora Miller. She's been a double-digit scorer and rebounder for the first 3 seasons, but now doesn't seem to look to score nearly as much. The Senators really need to get her going if they are going to be able to have a chance to win conference and make a deep tournament run. Keith, what do these girls need to do to get Cora more involved in the offense?
I think she has to make herself more, apparent to them out there. I think sometimes she stays down low a little too much, kind of gets lost down there in the mix with all the bigs. But she's been playing some good basketball. Coming out against New Wash, they had a tough loss there, but hey, New Wash was a good team. I didn't know what to expect going into it either. Of course, you were at the boys' game. I got to go watch the girls' game, and New Wash was not a bad team. They were hitting their shots, playing good team basketball, but Cora had a good game against New Wash. She just got to, they got to look to get her the ball. She's got to make herself apparent out there and let her teammates know she's ready to step up.
It seems like there's just a little bit of a difference between the Cora of last year and the Cora of this year. And it probably has a little bit to do with Rye drawing a lot of the defense towards her, which left Cora open, and this year it's Cora's turn to draw the defense to her, and we've seen Cassidy Keltner step into the role of being able to get a rebound and then put it right back up, which was Cora's role last year.
Yeah, and like I said, the girls played good at New Wash. They didn't hit. I don't really know what their shooting percentage turned out to be. I wouldn't think it was really that good because we missed a lot of shots.
Yeah. Well, Valley comes in on a high note. They beat Orleans by 2 points in their last game, and they're looking to get their record to 500. They will need to play team basketball and use passes to break the Senator pressure. This is easier said than done. They are led in the backcourt by senior Kyra Harrell and junior Leah Perpuntry, who averaged 2 and 5 assists per game, respectively. The Lady Blackhawks are led in scoring by Jewel McCormick, who is a 6'1" sophomore forward who can score in bunches. They also get 12 points a game from Stevie McNew, who is another forward. The Senators will have to look for their bigs to play well and stay on the court. This means that Cassidy Keltner's 1 volleyball spike a game might have to stay in her pocket so that she doesn't pick up the foul trouble that she's gotten into over the past couple of games. Keith, what do the Lady Senator bigs have to do differently to stay out of foul trouble?
They're just going to have to play smart. They're going to have to get out there and battle. These girls know how to stay out of foul trouble. You just got to keep your hands up, play good defense, be ready to help on the backside. Like I said, just play smart. You just can't just start smacking down at stuff. Just keep your hands straight up. If they hit a tough shot, they hit a tough shot. You win some, you lose some, but yeah, just don't give them nothing easy going to the free throw line.
Well, when we return from break, we're going to sit down with Coach Russell and get his thoughts on tonight's game.
I think Audrey.
We hear it more and more when people talk about sports. We need to change the culture. No more integrity taking a backseat to performance. No more players, coaches, and fans run amok. No more too big to fail. It sounds good. It sounds reasonable. Come to think of it, it sounds like high school sports. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we know that sports are just part of a student-athlete's overall education and that there's more to the game than winning. We also know that high school sports are incredibly exciting. They're rich with tradition and bring communities together like nothing else. In a word, they're pure. More and more, that's what people want. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the IHSAA, and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back. Once again, I'm joined by Lady Senator head coach Darren Russell. Darren, you played a game this weekend at New Washington where you were unable to come out with a victory. Tell me a little bit about that game.
First of all, you said we played a game. We were at a gym and watched another team play a game. Was not a good effort at all by us. I mean, from any standpoint. You know, they wanted it worse than we did, and you know we were a step slow all day. You know, just it was one of those days. You know that we did not come to play, and really we had two kids that stepped up. You know, Hattie Griffiths had a really good game. She had 21 points. Got to the free throw line 12 times, hit 11 of them. So you know that is a positive that comes out of it. I thought Cora Miller battled the entire day, but everyone else was non-existent. You know, and you got to give New Washington credit. I mean, they played hard. They were long. All their kids were between 5'7", 5'11", and you know they used that length to disrupt some things. But I did not like our effort. I didn't like the way that we started the game, how we finished the game. You know, it was really ugly. And as I told the girls, I said, you know, we could sit here and make excuses all we want that it was the third game in the week. You know, you had finals all week. You were mentally drained. You had to take over an hour bus ride on a Saturday to get there. But I said, we're beyond that. You know, the thing that we've got to realize is when you are ranked, you're going to get every team's best shot. You know, they may play the same. We see them when we see them in person, but they're going to come out and they're going to play because they want to make a name for themselves, and that's what New Washington did.
I've got it. You know, you talked about Hattie having a really good game with her 21 points. You know, she'd struggle a little bit early in the year, then kind of got it going, then kind of struggled again. Free throws have been an issue for her, but overall played a really good game. What do you attribute that game to?
I think Hattie was relaxed. I mean, I think some games she gets in a panic, a hurry-up mode.
Go into your settings and get on the Wi-Fi.
That leads to maybe some bad decisions, some forced shots. When I say forced shots, I mean they're really not forced shots. She gets in too deep under the basket where she doesn't have an angle sometimes. And you know, she did a really, really good job Saturday of getting in there and drawing the contact and getting to the line. So you know, she would just play more relaxed, and that's what we're working with her on is becoming consistent. Every game being like that, and it's not going to be every game she scores 21 points. But you know, the thing is when she drives, then teams have got to start helping, and she's got to find that open person. So you know, Hattie's came a long way since the beginning of the year, and you know, for us to get to where we want to be at, she's an integral part, and you know, she's just got to keep getting better and better each game.
You know, speaking of the parts of your team, Cora Miller had kind of fallen off the team bus. I mean, she was non-existent in a couple of games. You know, she comes out and has a good game for you there. What's the story on that?
Well, Cora was able to knock down some outside shots, and so now instead of her girl staying back in the paint and just ignoring her, I mean, now she had to come out, which allowed Cora then to be able to get down on the block and get better angles, and I thought we did at times a good job of looking inside to her.
Not to look ahead at all, but those two girls are going to be a very important part to your tournament success and your tournament run. You know, how do you keep them going at the pace that they had in their last game through the next 2 or 3 weeks?
You know, the good thing is after this week, we've got 2 weeks where we're basically just practicing before we play again. So, you know, working on a lot of individual skills, a lot of movement, individual moves, and, you know, being able to, as you say, continue what they're doing right now. And, you know, we're going to need them to do basically the same type of things tonight.
Tonight you welcome in the Blackhawks from Springs Valley, another conference opponent. You are undefeated in the conference so far. You know, you're looking to continue that tonight, but they are definitely coached by someone who knows the game. She's got 377 wins on her career. It's her first year at Springs Valley, but she was at Forest Park before that. So, you know, this is definitely going to be a well-coached team. You've seen the girls a little bit in the past. Some of the JV girls have moved up to varsity. What do you know about Springs Valley?
Well, I know they've got
I couldn't see him. His head was
gave us
back.
a lot of problems last year. She's about 6 foot tall. She's long. She's athletic.
Does he have a girl he's
She
texting?
can move very well.
He's probably looking at something on
She's
Instagram.
an outstanding volleyball player. So that lets you know that she can jump. She's an athlete.
I didn't know. That's usually the thing.
We got to do a good job on her.
of
Not
kids
let her
text
just
Your girlfriend
dominate
said
us
side, you text
inside. And,
Yeah.
you know, I feel
Yeah,
like
actually talk to him.
our girls are ready to step up
What
to
are
that
you
type
doing?
of challenge. Guard-wise, they've got Stevie McNew, who is probably their second best scorer. She can shoot from three-point line. She likes to drive a lot. So those are the two girls, very similar to, say, like a Crothersville, where they got a good guard, they've got a good post player, and they live and die by those two girls primarily. Valley does have another girl, Kyra Harrell, who is a good three-point shooter. She will go on streaks where she'll hit 3 or 4, and then she'll miss 5 or 6 in a row. So, you know, we got to know where she's at. But I do feel like if we come out and play the way that we're capable of, the way that we practiced last night, that we're going to be able to, our pressure should be able to cause the rest of their guards and the rest of their lineups some problems.
You know, you do compare this team to the Crothersville team, and you did a great job of shutting down their guard, but their interior post player did have, I believe it was 27. I'm sure that's not what you want tonight. You don't want the McCormick girl to go off for 27.
No. And of those 27, 19 of them was in the second half after we got up 44.
Was this your last event for a while?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm off until.
So, you know, those points weren't crucial
boys' tournament.
points. She got a lot of easy stuff, a lot of junk. So, you know,
Because I don't think I'm going to make the
this
trek
may
to
not
Shoals.
be that type of
You ever
game
been to
unless
Shoals High School
we
gym?
come out and really
They
focus.
put you up in the rafters.
And ready to go
Yeah.
right from the
That's
start.
the next game for the girls.
Yeah.
So we've
They're
got
at
to
Shoals
contain
Thursday.
the
I may
McCormick
go, but I don't
right
think
from the get-go.
I'm not planning on doing
This
it.
is a kind of a weird week for your girls.
So they played
You know,
tonight's
it's
Tuesday,
a
they
Tuesday
play
night
Thursday,
game,
so-
but they don't have school today. They only had school Monday. You know, you saw them last
Yeah.
night for practice.
The next
Today
boys'
they're
game
at
is
home
the
hanging out
holiday
until
tournament
you
over
get them
at
in
Springs
here.
Valley,
What
so-
kind of mindset do you have to get into your
Yeah, they're
girls
off for a good
for
little bit.
tonight's game?
Well,
Are they
we
getting
talked
some
about it
time
last
away? Are
night,
they getting
you know,
a break?
about
Oh, they didn't have
That's
practice
what happened
today.
on Saturday,
Starts
what
back
we've
up
got to
tomorrow.
do.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably good. Give them a couple
basically
days off.
from here on out, I've got to be the
Tuesday
Grinch.
off.
I can't be nice to them. You know, they're not
They
handling that
pulled out
well.
JV
So,
pretty much, right?
Yeah,
you know, after every game, you know, it's going to be the same thing. But
They look good.
but today we talked about
Yeah,
the
but Smith
routine.
looked
I
really
said,
good.
you know,
Last
that's
game
what
was
scares me the
27
most.
points.
He had a
Is
ton in the first
you
game.
weren't at school on Saturday, and look what happened. It's going to be the same thing tomorrow. It's going to be the same thing Thursday
Can really
night.
put up points.
So,
but they can
you
also
know,
look
I've texted them all this
terrible.
morning, made sure every one of them was out of bed by 9 o'clock and, you know, up and moving and doing
Real good-
stuff,
real good kid.
and they all were.
Like,
So, you know, hopefully that's a
like
good
say
sign.
yesterday,
We'll get them
he
in
shot,
here
put
and
it down
get them
on
shooting
himself,
before the
and roll
game,
back down the floor.
and hopefully they're ready to go.
And his guys already
Talk to me a little bit about the health of your team.
Well, we're going to have
doesn't work on the
7
varsity
varsity
level when
girls
you get
tonight where we normally have
destroyed doing
9.
that, so.
Bailey Roll is in Florida on vacation.
Put it together.
Taylor Fouch is homesick with strep throat. So we've got 2 varsity subs on the bench tonight, but outside of that, we're in great shape.
I'm sure you're going to dress some more girls for varsity. So give me some names of who you're bringing up.
Well, Gracie Abel to continue to dress. She'll probably sit out a quarter of the JV game. And that'll give us 2 with her, and then we'll have Lexi Griffiths, who will give us
The other
another
good news
quarter.
is these guys don't
Shane
call
Sarah
fouls.
Stice,
No.
dislocated her wrist last week at Orleans.
They're actually
There
fairly
should be
decent,
another one that
but they
we
just
get
don't call off.
opportunity this week to get playing time.
And those girls who do play, you know, predominantly JV, do get in a little bit of the varsity. What are you looking for them to contribute tonight? You know, based on the team that's coming in and the minutes and quarters that you have them available.
Well, I just, you know, when they go in, I want them not to hurt us. You know, just to be able to give some of our girls breaks, come in, play good defense, handle the ball when they're asked to, make good passes, rebound. You know, that's a big thing is we need them to rebound and, you know, just especially our guards. Our guards are going to need breaks from time to time. So, you know, we really need that tonight.
About 2 minutes.
You know, you bring up the rebounding point. It's something that your team has struggled with just a little bit. You know, they do get to the glass, but then they're not able to get a hold of the ball. It seems to ping pong around, and they just can't grab a hold of it.
Oh, we got a commercial.
You know, what's the
What's
the trick to get them to be able to hold on
I
to
knew
it?
I'd be making a lot of money.
But sometimes you don't get home till
You know,
later.
I don't know.
I'll go back and
Just
watch
we get our
Cowboys.
hands on it a lot of times and
Have a
just
basketball
smack it
game.
instead of grabbing them.
Yeah,
We
it's
do the
easy to do
same
now,
thing on
that's
steals. You know,
Yeah.
we
Well,
we
you're
get
like me.
deflections
Almost
and knock
every
it out of
night
bounds
game,
when
broadcast
all we
the
have to do
game,
is put
watch
the
the
other
game.
hand up there and grab it, and we should be
I'll
gone
watch
for a
the
layup.
I was at
So you know,
Maddie
it's
had
just
practice
taking
in Florida.
taking care of
She
the
went
little
to practice.
things,
I went
and
to
you know that's where I
Silver
think the
Creek
next
High School
couple of
and
weeks
watched
of
May
practice
come
is
there.
really going to help us because really we've not
Pretty
had
top-notch
any
competition.
time to
Oh,
practice
some-
that.
some
You know,
good
you think
teams there.
about
It was
back to the start of the year,
through 7th grade. So,
6
I mean,
practices,
4th
and then you
grade.
play
So it was
4 games in
pretty
5
good.
days. So you know we're going to have more time to practice over Christmas break than
I was like, I can do that.
we
or I
have
can sit
at
there
any
and
point
practice.
this year.
I'll
So
do that.
hopefully we see an improvement.
Talk to me about your starting lineup tonight.
We'll go the way we went last time. We'll go with Hattie at the point, Chelsea and Ryan at the shooting guards, Maddie and Cora inside, and then start bringing Cassie in.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll see you after the game.
All right, thanks, Craig.
We hear it more and more when people talk about sports. We need to change the culture. No more integrity taking a backseat to performance. No more players, coaches, and fans run amok. No more too big to fail. It sounds good. It sounds reasonable. Come to think of it, it sounds like high school sports. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we know that sports are just part of a student athlete's overall education and that there's more to the game than winning. We also know that high school sports are incredibly exciting. They're rich with tradition and bring communities together like nothing else. In a word, they're pure. More and more, that's what people want. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the IHSAA, and the high schools in this community.
We're back to live action. The girls are getting set to take on the Springs Valley Blackhawks. We're about 7 minutes away from the tip. They did get out a little late compared to where they normally do. So we've got a little bit of time here. You know, the girls have played some good basketball over the past couple of weeks. But like I said in the pregame, they were unable to get any runs going where they can win, 3 or 4 straight. Seems like the boys are kind of in the same thing. You know, they'll win one, lose one, win one, lose one. Kind of on the good side, the JV team came out and did win the county tournament, which had Salem and Eastern and a Borden team in it. So, they were able to get out and win that. Coach Clayton Sullivan is in the house tonight, so give him a shout-out. He's sitting in the top row taking in some of the girls' action, but he's done a nice job with those boys and getting them, together. And he does have quite a few pieces there. I think he said that he dressed 16 for that tournament, so he had quite a few boys there and trying to get them all in the game and getting the correct quarters for everybody. So, congratulations to the JV boys who did pick up the county tournament championship, which is kind of a weird situation considering the varsity boys were unable to win a game in the county tournament. The JV boys won 2 games.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Clayton does a good job with those boys. And, it's like they went in there last night, I think, a little bit angry from over the weekend. So they had a little settling up to do. So they took care of them. That Salem game was a good game. It was a high-scoring game. I think it was 50-something, 54 to 53 or something like that. I can't remember how the exact score was, but it was a good one. It came down to the very end, and it was just a good game to watch.
And then I believe they were able to, they played Borden
In the championship, yeah.
game. So, and they were able to pick up a win against the Borden team and get another win against the Salem JV team, who they'd already beaten earlier in the year. So that's a good thing for the JV team. Well, let's get back to our girls. Keys to victory tonight. We have 3 of them. 1, they've got to take care of the ball. Over the past couple of games, they've had mid-20s in their turnovers, and that's not going to work going forward in the tournament and the rest of the year. And if they plan on staying undefeated in conference, they're going to have to limit those turnovers. Number 2, they've got to make the passes to the open people and not try to force a pass. There's plenty of people, there's plenty of girls on the court who do get open, but we've got to find them when they are open and don't try to force it to them when they're not. And the third one is we've got to rebound. We've been out-rebounded the past couple of games by teams that we were bigger than. Just a lot of hustle plays there that we're not being the first ones to the ball, which with our girls, we need to be the first one to the ball. So those are our 3 keys to victory. Keith, do you have anything to add to those?
Well, I might agree with you. Taking care of the ball. Our last, I guess it's been 2 games ago, whenever we had 4 turnovers at halftime, and you see how the scoreboard reflected on that.
Yep.
Makes a big difference. I'm sure this teams are probably going to get after us a little bit. We'll see what they like to do. What's the first thing you think of, though, whenever you think of Springs Valley? What's the first thing you think of?
Well, I think of Larry Bird.
Exactly. It's like stuck in my head, too.
Yep.
Every time somebody says Springs Valley, I see Springs Valley jerseys. That is the first thing I think of. And he was one of the best basketball players of all time.
And I believe the school is actually located on Larry Bird Boulevard. So, it's definitely a tie to the school. And when you go into their gym, they've got his big number up there, from when he was Mr. Basketball. And, lots of dedication to Springs Valley from Larry Bird.
And, I've always thought, I think he's top 5 of all time. I'm talking about the relevant players today in the game. Which is saying a lot.
Yeah,
he
could do it all. For his size, he could do a lot of things that the point guard was expected to do, and he could play, positions 1 through 4.
He was amazing. Well, like I said, when he went to Indiana State, he kind of, just made them, kind of go, because I don't think they were, a big powerhouse before he came in there, and the Michigan State in the championship game against Matty Johnson. So, I don't know. It's hard to believe that, probably about 30 miles down the road, 25.
Yep.
One of the all-time great basketball players. And, I wish I could ever get a chance to meet him. That'd be nice.
Well, Indiana has quite a few of those, that we think of as great in the state, but he's probably one of the, I agree with you, he's probably one of the best ever, throughout not only the state of Indiana, but through just basketball in general. There's another one coming up through New Albany. You heard of him?
Yeah,
you've heard of Romeo?
I got to watch him, and he's a special talent too, man.
Yeah.
What a great attitude that kid has. You watch him, if he goes in and dunks on 3 people, he's still got the same expression on his face as if he just turned the ball over.
Yeah.
Just so even kill, and it's great to be a physical and have all the physical athletic ability, but you got to have both, and he's got it. He's got the mental side and the physical side. And he's a joy to watch.
Well, and there's a lot of people who have said, he's been offered, to go to some prep schools and go to some, private academies and things to better himself. And he's sold out to, the New Albany area. He said, this is where I've grown up. This is where I've always played. This is where I want to play. I don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah. This is the best state in the U.S. to play basketball in. I was looking at a thing the other day on the internet, and it was showing all the gyms, big gyms, and they're all in the state of Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of says something, Caden did get a shirt whenever we were at that one place, and it said, it's just basketball. What did it say? It's just basketball in 49 states, but, whatever. I can't remember how it went, but it was good.
Definitely. We are about 40 seconds away from the national anthem and starting lineups, so we're going to hang tight for just a second, and then we're going to turn it over to the national anthem, and then we'll be back for your starting lineup. So hang tight with us, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please rise. The flag is on the east end of the gymnasium. Gentlemen, please remove your hats and everyone join in as the West Worsted Band under the direction of Drum Major Dakota Reynolds pays tribute to our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Christ
back to live action here, just a few seconds away from starting lineups. Springs Valley does start a kind of non-traditional lineup. They do start 2 guards and 3 forwards. Starting at one of the guards is a 5'4" senior, number 14, Kyra Harrell. Starting at the other guard is a 5'4" junior, Leah Puntneri. I'm going to struggle with that one all night long. Puntneri. One of the forwards is a 5'8" senior, number 12, Elena Nelson. Their second forward is a 5'8" junior, number 10, Stevie McNew. And rounding out the starting lineup is the 6'1" sophomore forward, number 2, Jewel McCormick. The Lady Blackhawks are coached by Martha Niehaus in her first year at Springs Valley with a record of 5-6, but has accumulated, get this, Keith, 377 wins over her 26-year career.
Wow.
Before she came to Springs Valley, she was at Forest Park and has, I believe, 2 sectionals while she was there. So, definitely knows, the game of basketball.
Very impressive.
Any coach who can rack up that many wins is a definite study, somebody who studies the game.
Mm-hmm.
West Washington goes with their same starting lineup that we've seen over the past, few games. Starting at the point is the 5'5" junior guard, averaging 8 points and 5 rebounds, number 1, Hattie Griffiths. Also in the backcourt is the 5'7" sophomore, putting up 11 points and 4 rebounds, number 3, Ryan Russell. Rounding out the backcourt in the 3-guard set is the 5'4" senior guard, number 5, Chelsea Carter, chipping in 14 points and 4 rebounds a game. Starting for the Lady Senators in the front court is the 5'10" junior forward, number 2, Maddie Bausman, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds. Rounding out the starting lineup is the 5'9" senior forward, averaging 8 points, 7 rebounds, is number 12, Cora Miller. Definitely the one we've got to get going tonight. Cora's got to have a big game. The Lady Senators are coached by Mr. Darren Russell, who is 37-29 in his 3 years, and this is the number 10 ranked team in the state in 1A, averaging 65 points a game. A little bit of a neat experience tonight. We do have the band in the house, so that's a nice thing. We also have the cheerleaders in the house for the girls' game, so another great thing for the girls to have the cheerleaders out with them.
Yeah, for a Tuesday night, pretty nice.
Like I said, kind of an awkward game tonight because of the girls being out of school. And then an overtime game before them. So Miller and McCormick are going to jump. McCormick does control the opening tip.
Looks like we're going to go man-to-man on defense.
There's the first turnover for the Lady Blackhawks. Chelsea Carter for 3. There we go.
That's a good way to start right there. Come out with a little press on them, get them sped up. Number 2.
Going to get another turnover coming back. The second of the night already for the Lady Blackhawks.
Nice catch, Maddie.
Bausman unable to get that one up. Harrell with the block. McCormick gets the ball out on top, then cuts down the lane. We lose her, and she goes up for 2.
You can almost see that developing, couldn't you?
Yep. Russell for 3. Off the back of the iron. McCormick with the rebound. Hattie with the steal. Very nice job by her underneath.
Always
and then
getting
gets
those.
fouled on the shot attempt.
Always getting those hustle extra attempt goals. Hattie's always in there in the mix somewhere.
Hattie goes to the line where she was 11 of 12 in her last game and has brought her free throw average to 67%, which she is 58 of 86 on the year, so it's definitely climbing. First one, up and good. Touches every part of the rim before it falls through. Second one up, and it's short.
Good catch, Cora.
Good catch by Cora, but then Cora is unable to keep her feet.
It's almost she took a little bit of a bump there with the body.
Yeah.
Kind
of an awkward place to catch it. We are tied 4-4 here in the first period. Hattie with a nice steal.
Way to look up. Nice finish. Oh.
A sprint back there.
Another travel, yeah. Took off a little too fast. Yeah, McCormick, it's got us listed at 6'1". I'd say she's fairly good sized girl. I don't know about 6'1", but she's definitely tall. Standing there by Maddie, Maddie's tall too. So.
Yeah, but she's got a couple inches on Maddie, and Maddie's listed at 5'10", so Cora, no good. McCormick with the rebound. Bousman with her hand on it. Nice job of knocking that one out. 6-4 Lady Senators out ahead. 5:30 left to go in the first period. Going to pick up a foul on Hattie out front, pressuring the ball.
Little nickel dimer there. I don't know how much contact it really was.
Once again, make sure that you like the West Washington live stream page through Facebook. If you've got people out there who want to see it, they do have to request access to that page, and then they'll be able to see the game. So, Hattie, nice job in there with a jump ball.
Like a little setup like a 1-2-2 type thing.
Yeah, kind of a mix-up defense down there. Maddie Bousman with a nice jumper from the free throw line. Set up in our press. Ooh, Maddie's going to pick up a foul on that one.
Hey, I would say that was a foul.
Second on the team.
Advantage of having a big tall girl. You
can throw it up. She's actually a very good volleyball player too. So
look at that in the post.
McCormick, no good. McCormick with the rebound. Cora's going to pick up a foul.
Foul number 12, Cora Miller.
Trying to get that help side defense over there on those lob over passes.
Yeah.
Because them are going to be tough to defend if you're going to try to do it by yourself in front
Jewel
of
McCormick steps up for the first free throw. Unable to get that one to go. Gets ready for the second one. It's up. No good. Hattie with the rebound.
She's got a ton of arch on her shot, don't she?
Yeah, it goes very high. Swing the ball back around. Carter goes baseline. Lady Senators out 8-4. Early going here. A little over halfway.
Right back to Chelsea. Get
Chelsea
in
for
there.
3. Bang.
Well, she's coming out shooting the ball good.
Looks like a 2-2-1. They go right to the center to McCormick.
Lob over.
Unable to keep that one. Lady Senators out 11-4.
They're going like a 1-2.
It's almost like a 1-2-2 or a 3-2, depending on how far back they sag.
Yeah. They're trying to get out on the shooters quick, that's for sure.
Carter with the drive down the lane, unable to hit McCormick with the rebound. Going to get her on the carry.
Good pressure defense right there caused all that. Oh boy. She's not happy.
Cassidy Keltner checks into the game to get her first minutes.
Oh.
Keltner no good. Maddie Bausman with the rebound.
To fight for it, here we go.
Chelsea Carter, no good.
Number 12, Landon Nelson. That's her first, the team's second.
Chelsea Carter goes to the line.
Dogs will be number 3, number 2.
First one up and good.
Chelsea Carter, number 5, line substitution. Lady Blackhawks is going to be number 32, Marissa Meehan.
32 comes into the game, Marissa Meehan. Carter's second free throw. Up and good. That's good. She's only a 67% free throw shooter on the year, so Coach Russell likes him to be at 70% or better. We're going to get a travel. McNew. They go up over the top to Maddie. Russell couldn't catch it clean, but then shoots it after she does get it. Hattie continues her nice scoring ways. Gives her 3 on the evening already.
She is not afraid to take it in there.
Nope.
Good hands, Chelsea.
Out in front to Maddie. Maddie up and good. We're going to get a 30-second timeout by Coach Neas. Not very happy with how her team is playing. She's going to take a timeout. This is a great way to jump out to an early lead for the Lady Senators, who are out 17-4 in the first period. It's probably one of the better starts to a game. We've had some good first periods, but this is actually a good start to the game.
Yep. Like I said, Chelsea coming out and knocking down 2 big shots, getting a lot of turnovers and capitalizing off of them. It's a good way to come out and, like I said, get a good start on this game. Jump out and take the driver's seat.
Yeah. Chelsea Carter already has 8 points just in the first period, and Maddie Bausman has 6 in the first. So that's a good scoring combination there. Maddie's done some work down low, getting some rebounds and being able to put those back up. And then Hattie Griffiths comes in and gets 3 already through only the first 6 minutes of the first period. So Lady Senators look like they're coming out in a 1-2-2.
Another travel, yep.
Going to get a travel on Nelson. Bowsman from the free throw line, no good. Carter with the rebound, down amongst the trees.
Yeah, they're big right now, Springs Valley. They
Yeah.
got 3 girls out there. Actually, 3 decent-sized girls out there. Uh-oh, they don't see this coming, though. Ah.
Russell misses the layup.
Those are the fouls we don't need right there. I know you want to try to get that steal and get it back, but long ways from the basket to be picking up a foul.
It's one of those where we have to be careful right here. We've got some girls who are already picking up some fouls, so we got to be careful not to get in a whole lot of foul trouble. There's Stevie McNew, no good. Keltner with the rebound. Lady Senators looking to push already. To Keltner, up and good.
That's nice.
Basket by number 10, Cassidy Keltner.
Now we've got a 3-on-2 break here. Chelsea Carter going to pick up the foul.
The foul is on number 5, Chelsea Carter. Who's her first, the team's 5th. On the line will be number 10, Stevie McNew, 2 shots.
Stevie McNew steps to the line. First one, up and good.
Substitution, Lady Senators, number 12, Cora Miller.
Second one, up and good.
Substitution, Lady Blackhawks, 14, Kyra Harrell.
Lady Senators are out 19-8 here.
We just got to keep pushing through all this right now.
Keltner up
Oh, nice pass.
and good.
Passing is good by number 10, Cassidy Keltner. The foul
Meehan's going to pick up her first foul.
her first and the team's 3rd. On the line with 1 shot will be Cassidy Keltner.
Her post game has came alive. Oh,
Keltner up and no good.
nice rebound, Cora.
Cora Miller with the rebound. This is where we've got to take care of the ball at the end of the quarter. Nice move by Hattie.
She gets right in there.
That's 5 for her in the first period. 40 seconds. Lady Senators out 23-8.
Nice block, Cora.
Cora with a nice block.
There we go. Oh.
Foul on number 32, Marissa Meehan, her second.
Meehan's second foul.
Line, 2 shots, Cora Miller.
Cora Miller going to step to the line for 2. Up and good.
Substitution, Lady Blackhawks, number 13, Abby Keltner.
Cora is a 78% free throw shooter on the year. True to form, 2 of 2. Lady Senators out 25-8.
Still got plenty of time. Oh.
That's what we were talking about in our pregame. We don't have to force that pass. We've got plenty of time. We've got 7.4 seconds. We didn't have to force that to her. We could have dribbled it up and got a good shot. This is where we don't want to pick up a foul either.
See, look at that. Look how that backfires really quick.
So Hattie picks up her second
Number
foul.
1, Hattie Griffiths, her second, team 6.
We've got 6 fouls already through the, not even through the first period yet. Paneri to the line. That one up and good.
So you go from us getting the last shot probably to committing a foul now and then giving them 1, maybe possibly 2 points here. That's a tough one.
And Hattie Griffiths picks up her second foul.
Yeah, that's. And we might give up more. Yeah.
We're going to step aside, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for second period action.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action. The Lady Senators do get out to a very nice first quarter lead of 25-9 over the Springs Valley Blackhawks.
Yeah, for not having school today, and we kind of, talked about it earlier. We thought maybe it might be a little bit flat for not having school, totally different type of ball game.
Yeah.
Came up well in the first quarter. Just the fouls is the only thing, fouls.
As we go to the second period of play, everybody who's been in the game for the Lady Senators has scored except for Ryan Russell. She hasn't been able to knock down a shot yet, so I'm sure that'll come, but unable to do so as of yet. McCormick underneath with a nice bucket.
Yeah, we even got our big lineup in right now, and she was able to knock that down. Get in there, Cora.
We're unable to get that one. Nelson with the rebound. Looks like we're going to a 2-3 zone this time.
We got to close up better on the shooters than that.
Yeah, you've got to get out ahead of that. We've got an unforced turnover coming back the other way. So, Coach Russell going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break, and be back with more live action after this.
This just in. Despite what you may have heard, life is a game. Really. Anybody that says otherwise has never played a sport. Think about it. Sports teach us useful life lessons. Sayings like, hard work pays off, patience is a virtue, and there are no shortcuts take on a whole new meaning once you've played sports. Competition toughens us up, too. It forces us to push ourselves, and it reminds us not to take anything in life for granted. At the end of the day, when the final whistle blows, sports teach lessons that can make us better athletes and teammates. More importantly, they teach us lessons.
Back to live action. Through that first period of play, the Lady Senators, I only had them for one turnover.
That's awesome.
But Springs Valley had 10, so there's their 11th. So that's how you definitely get out to a good lead, a good start by getting that early jump with turnovers, and going to have one coming back the other way. Ryan unable to stay inbounds once she caught the ball. So Lady Blackhawks going to take back over.
Off her foot. Back this way.
Under control. So Keltner going to pick up the steal. Hartford in for McNew. I'm sure this is going to be a Or sorry, not McNew, McCormick. Cassidy Keltner underneath with a nice bucket. 27-14, Lady Senators out ahead. I'm sure McCormick's just getting a short breather and will be back in very quickly. Harrell up, no good. Carter with a quick shot on the other end, unable to hit.
Fighting for it in there. There we go.
Hartford unable to hit. Russell comes down with the rebound. She doesn't see the person behind her.
There
Carter for three. No good. Nelson with the bucket on the other end. Brings the score 29-18. We definitely have some helpers back behind us who are Springs Valley fans, no doubt.
Hey. Good look, Cora.
Nice look underneath to Cassidy Keltner. Cora Miller with the dime. Stevie McNew set to check back in. And McCormick. We're going to get an offensive foul. Paneri's going to pick up that foul. That also goes as a turnover.
Substitution is going to be number 2, Jewel McCormick.
Lady Senators out 31-18. 4:40 left to go in the first half. Going to pick up a foul underneath. I'm not sure who they're going to get this one on. Russell and Keltner were both there. They're going to get Russell.
Number 3, Ryan Russell, that's her first, 7 on the line.
So to the line is Nelson.
Number 12, Elena Nelson.
First one up and no good.
Substitution for the Senators.
Hattie Griffiths coming back into the lineup. Lady Senators are a little short-handed tonight with their regular players. Apparently, Taylor Fouch has a case of strep throat, and Bailey Roll is in Florida, so soaking up some rays down there. So they don't have their normal,
Good move, Cass.
nice bucket by Cassidy. 33-19. Gonna get another foul. Cassidy Keltner picks up that one. It's Keltner's second foul. Team's 8th. So Paneri's to the line again. Free throw up and good.
Just kind of letting them hang around there. We have by 13, but it just seems...
It'd be nice if we could put our foot on the gas and stretch this one out to 20, 25 before half.
It almost kind of seems like we're letting them hang around. Bad things usually happen when you let teams hang around.
Second one by Paneri up and good. Brings it 33-21. Going to stay with the Lady Senators. Nelson was able to get her hand on that one. Oh, Cassidy had the right idea, but Cora was cutting away instead of towards the ball. So McCormick up and good.
They know how to find her, don't they?
We get a jump ball. Apparently some confusion on which way the arrow was pointing. Gonna get a foul underneath on McCormick. Keltner goes up strong.
Definitely a good strong move by Cass, taking it right to her.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need Keltner to take it right to her. Keltner's first free throw up, no good.
So that's just one foul for McCormick. She plays pretty smart for being as tall as she is.
Yep. Well, we haven't tested her too much inside, so Keltner does knock down the second one.
She's making a living at the free throw line, ain't she?
Yep. We're going to get Cora Miller on the foul. It's going to be her second foul. That's what we talked about. She's got to stay out of foul trouble. So Paneri to the line. That one up and good.
Now we've cut it to a 10-point game. 3:26 left in the half.
It's going the opposite way of where we wanted it. We wanted to stretch it out, and they've closed it up. So that one up and good. So now we're down to a 9-point lead. Paneri does have 10 points already in the game. So.
Nice look.
Nice dump off. Bausman up and no good.
You can see that was that girl. Hattie sped up a little bit ago and made her carry the ball. And we got that jump ball. She was mad. There she go again over the top. Well, our help side defense has got to get there. And Cassidy Keltner picks up another foul.
Keltner picks up her third foul. So McCormick puts that one in for her 8th point. Keltner comes out, Russell back in.
Yeah, they definitely like to look for her on the post down there. We got to make sure we got that weak side help.
That one up, no good. Russell with the rebound. Bausman able to knock it down. Lady Senators clinging to that 9-point lead.
This last 2:30, maybe we'll put a little run together here. Open it up a little bit. Nice
there
take.
we go. Nice take by Maddie Bausman down the lane. McNew unable to hit. McCormick with the rebound. She's unable to hit.
Nice.
Griffith's up and good.
I don't know how she does it, but she does it. She gets right in the mix of it. Her stop and go and her change of direction, being shifty, and she's very crafty with the ball.
Yeah. Senators are able to stretch that out to a 13-point lead. the Lady Blackhawks are going to take a timeout here, a 30-second timeout. So we're going to stick with you. You know, the Lady Senators are playing a fairly clean game so far. They are picking up quite a few fouls, though, which is going to come in later in the game and hurt them. We've already got a couple we've got Cassidy Keltner with 3, but Cora Miller has 2, and so does Hattie Griffiths. So we've got 3 players at this point right now that are in you know, some foul trouble, and we're not to halftime yet. So we've got to be careful with that, and especially being short without Taylor Fouch and Bailey Roll. You know, we're going to have to look to some of the players who don't get a whole lot of varsity action to come in and help. Lady Senators are out 40-27.
Go open it back up to 13 points. Oh, boy.
Jill McCormick with another bucket. That gives her 10 on the evening. Nice move by Maddie to get on the backside of that. The key is to draw McCormick out with Cora Miller, and then that opens up the lane for everybody else. So
there she goes again.
Hattie gets grabbed on the way. Paturi going to pick up her second foul. So Hattie goes back to the line. That one up and good. She seems to have found her form over the past couple of games. You know, they look smooth. They look like they're coming out of her hand good. So
her shot's looking really good right now.
Second one up,
yeah,
no good. Miller with the rebound. Miller no good. McNew, no good. Miller with the rebound. McNew going to pick up that foul. Cora Miller back to the line. 31.8 left to go. That one no good. McNew with the rebound.
Don't pick up a foul. Whoa.
Chelsea Carter picks up the foul there. Stevie McNew gets bailed out there on the way down the lane. That one up and good. Brings the score 43-30.
Yeah, he might have missed that one.
That one up and good. 31-43. 25 seconds to go. This is where the Senators need to play smart and finish the quarter strong here, taking the last shot, not giving the Blackhawks an opportunity to come out and get the ball again. So
good, Cora. Get in there.
Cora for 3. Miller unable to hit, but it does hit the support up above. So that is out of bounds to the Blackhawks. 9.7 seconds. This is what we're talking about.
Right in her hands.
Lady Blackhawks do have an opportunity to get a bucket there, but unable to get a bucket in. So the Lady Senators do go into halftime with a 43-31 lead. We're going to step aside, take a quick commercial break, and be back with halftime stats and breakdown.
This just in. Despite what you may have heard, life is a game. Really. Anybody that says otherwise has never played a sport. Think about it. Sports teach us useful life lessons. Sayings like, hard work pays off, patience is a virtue, and there are no shortcuts take on a whole new meaning once you've played sports. Competition toughens us up, too. It forces us to push ourselves, and it reminds us not to take anything in life for granted. At the end of the day, when the final whistle blows, sports teach lessons that can make us better athletes and teammates. More importantly, they teach us lessons that can help prepare us for life. So yeah, life is a game, and each of the more than 160,000 high school athletes in Indiana is better off for playing. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Back to Ron Smith Court here at T. Kermit Tower Gymnasium. It's kind of a tale of two periods. The first one, the Lady Senators get out early, and then Valley seems to play better in the second and pull back to within, the reach of the Senators. So scoring breakdowns for Valley. They do put 2 in double digits. McCormick does have 10, and Paneri has 10 also. McNew has 8. Nelson has 3. Those are their only scores. Kendall, Harrell, Meehan, and Harford all get in the game but do not score. For West Washington, we have also 2 in double digits. Bousman has 14 already, and Keltner has 11. Hattie Griffiths also has 8, and Carter has 8. Miller has 2, and Russell has yet to score in the game but has been in. So, Valley has 5 assists so far, 2 blocks, 6 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds for 14 total. And they do have 14 turnovers also, so their rebounds and their turnovers match each other. We've got Senator wrestling coach Dennis Tankersley out there to shoot the half-court shot, which I believe is $400 tonight. So, no pressure on that at all, and I'm sure if he doesn't get it there, his wrestlers are going to be definitely disappointed in that. Up and way short. So Coach Tankersley does not cash in on that $400 that he could get. West Washington, let's go to their non-scoring statistics. They do have 11 assists, led by Hattie Griffiths with 4 of those. They've got a block by Cora Miller. They've got 9 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds for 17 total. They've got 4 steals and 7 turnovers. So they've cut down on their turnovers, but they did come into the second period with only 2, so they picked up 5 more in that second period, which is, the one that we said we, needed to play better in and make sure that, we take care of the ball, and we end up giving up 5 turnovers in 1 period, which is not what Coach Russell wants. Shooting percentages. The Lady Blackhawks are 10 of 25 overall for 40%. They're 9 of 20 from 2-point range for 45%. They're 1 of 5 from 3-point range for 20%. And they are 10 of 15 for 66% from the free throw line. So they shoot 15 free throws in that first half of play. Lady Senators, on the other hand, are 17 of 32 for 53% overall. They're 15 of 25 from 2-point range for 60%. They're 2 of 7 from 3-point range for 28%. And they are 7 of 12 from the line for 58%. That's not the percentage that Coach Russell wants them to shoot. He said he wanted them in the 75, above 70. He'd like them to be at 75. But that's not quite where they're at. So the Lady Senators do come out in the first period and do score 25 points, where Valley only gets 9. And then in the second period, West Washington does score 18, but is outscored by 4 because Valley puts up 22 to bring our total score at halftime 43-31. The Lady Senators had a couple of chances there at the end of both periods, at the end of the first and at the end of the second, to hold for the last shot and make another good run. The first period they were unable to do so. They don't get a shot up, and then Valley turns around and is able to knock down a bucket. So that's kind of a 4-point swing there. And then in the second period, the Lady Senators were also not able to get up a shot, but Valley wasn't able to score that period either. So, kind of a game of swings, a game of runs so far, which the Lady Senators, that's kind of been the way their season has been, Keith. It's been a back and forth kind of season. So
yeah, like I said, they came out in that first quarter, like we talked about. They really played good, and then, like I said, the second quarter kind of let the gas off a little bit. I think they thought, this is another maybe an easy win, but they didn't quit fighting. Springs Valley, like I said, they just kept chipping away at it. You can tell their coach. I was trying to Niehaus.
I think it's Niehaus.
Niehaus. You can tell she's experienced.
Yeah.
She stays pretty calm over here. Whenever she does call the timeouts, the girls get in the huddles, and she's really, seemed like a really good coach. Obviously, like you said.
Yeah, when you pick up 377 wins, I mean, you're doing
I don't
something
know.
right.
I'm trying to think of some other coaches around this area. It's got that many. That's a ton, man, if you really think about it.
Well, to put that in perspective, Coach Hank Whedon at Salem, he's got 200. He picked up his 200th win in the championship game at the county tournament, and he's been there for 20 years.
Wow.
So,
and you said, and before she was at Forest Park?
Forest Park.
Yeah, I don't remember them any, like powerhouse in girls basketball.
I don't remember it either, but
it must have been.
Yeah. So, she's averaging, about 12 to 15 wins a season over her 26-year career. So, she's definitely racking up the wins there. This is her first at Springs Valley, but
this is her first year at Springs Valley.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, she wasn't there when she probably played against the Springs Valley team in the sectional and regional a couple of years ago. I believe it was 3 years ago when Springs Valley had their kind of run into regional. So Forest Park probably drew into them at some point.
Do we reckon she's retired and came out of retirement, or she's
very possible?
Yeah, I didn't really know how all that went down. I know she went from Forest Park straight to Springs Valley, and she's been retired for a little bit, but
I didn't dig that far into the record book, but I know that she was at Forest Park for a long time, before she came to Springs Valley. So we're gonna go ahead and step aside, have a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for the third period action here in just a moment.
I don't mean that.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here. Like I said, we do have the band of Senators in the house tonight. We also have the cheerleaders, here. So it is kind of a neat atmosphere. And we talked, the kids were not in school today, so we didn't have our normal routine for the Senators. So, it is kind of a different, scenario for tonight. But still one that they kind of have to get used to, because there's going to be games where they don't have school that day, and not just Saturday games, but, they're going to have days where, snow or whatever is going to keep school from being open. So, you've got to make adjustments and be able to, play a game when you're not in school that day. So.
Yeah, like I said, they just got to get through this half right here. Try to draw this lead out a little bit bigger. I'm not that I'm really nervous about this team, but man, you just keep on letting them hang around.
Yeah, it's dangerous when you let a team that has an experienced coach hang around and hang around and
build
hang
their
around.
confidence. Get confidence, keep getting bigger and bigger. And like I said, it'd be nice to come out here in the first 3 minutes and just really jump out here. And because we can definitely separate ourselves from this team right here, but it's going to take everybody working together to do it.
Right. So getting ready to start the third period. West Washington does get ball on the alternating possession. Hattie unable to knock that one down, and then a jump ball. It's one of those we think we kind of have a mismatch with Hattie down low on Paneri. Here's Stevie McNew making the drive. Nice bucket by Stevie. Russell with the walk.
I thought Cora on that last drive was in really good defensive position. She just sidestepped
well,
her,
and with Cora with 2 fouls, I'm sure she's been told, not to pick up that third one.
I mean, she had her hand straight up. She was trying to take a charge, but she sidestepped her.
And McNew's an athletic kid, so.
Going right back to her.
McNew up and good.
That's probably not what we want to see come out of halftime, a 4-0 run by the Blackhawks.
Yep, 4-0 run by the Blackhawks. About to start the third period of play.
Coming down to an 8-point lead.
Carter unable to finish at the bucket. We now send Maddie Bausman to guard McNew after she comes out with 4 straight points. McNew up. No good. Carter with the rebound. Carter drives. Bucket no good, but going to get a foul.
Foul on number 2.
McCormick going to pick up her second foul. That's what the Lady Senators want to do. They want to drive in, make her play some defense, and pick up some fouls.
It'd definitely be nice to get her out in foul trouble, because I'm telling you, she's a long girl.
Yeah, and it's a whole different offense when she's not on the floor. We saw that in the first period when they brought in Hartford.
A lot of their offense runs through her.
That one up, no good.
She might not get the ball, but she'll touch it.
Right. Lady Senators have decided that they're not going to. Ooh, there's one. Harrell for 3. They were going to let the Lady Blackhawks shoot the 3 by anybody other than her, probably, but Chelsea Carter got screened off, and that opened up Harrell for the shot.
Seems really quiet in here right now.
Yeah. Swinging the ball around. Russell for 3. No good.
It's going all the way to the right.
Second chance. Nelson puts up the first one, unable to get it, but gets her own rebound.
We've got a 4-point ball game.
And we got a 4-point ball game, 44-40. Going to get a hold underneath. I believe they're going to get Nelson for this one. Yep, they do give Nelson the foul there. Her second of the evening. Bausman right down the lane, nice bucket. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone. That no good.
Oh, we got to rebound the ball. We're going to get all these opportunities. Got another one. If you get a team 3 chances, I guarantee you maybe one of them's going to go in.
Yeah.
You've got to limit those. There's no reason for that.
That one touches every bit of the rim. Russell finally gets on the scorebook. Her first 2 of the evening 48-42. Nice move by Hattie to get to the bucket, but going to get a foul before that. I believe they're going to get Harrell. Harrell is who they do get the foul on. Meehan back in. Griffiths, too strong. Gets her own rebound. And then we're going to get a foul underneath. So nice job by Hattie. Does miss. The ball does ping-pong around a little bit. Back to her.
Yeah, I mean, that ball was everywhere, and then she ended up with it.
Yeah. Hattie Griffiths to the line. First one up and good. Abby Kendall back into the game. Lady Senators have stretched this back out to a 7-point lead. 4:20 left to go in the third period. That one up and good. Cassidy Keltner set to check in on the next dead ball.
We're going to stay in this 2-3.
McNew up. No good. Griffiths with the rebound. Out to Miller. Miller for three.
Boom.
Bang.
That's the best right there. That transition, the trailer coming down the floor, step into her shot, knocking it down.
Yep.
That 4 point. I think they had it to 4, didn't they, or 6? Was it 4 or 6? 4. Now we've ballooned it back out to 11.
Yep. We're going to take a full timeout here by the Lady Blackhawks, and we're going to take a timeout also. We'll be back in just a moment.
Have you noticed? Sports today are different. Today's athletes are bigger and stronger. They run faster, jump higher, and hit harder than ever before. But there is one thing that hasn't changed about sports, and that's the importance of practicing sportsmanship. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we like to remind you that winning isn't everything. The way you play matters, and a true champion plays the game with respect. For the opponent, for the coaches, and for the officials. True champions practice sportsmanship with the same degree of intensity that they play the games themselves. Sports may evolve, athletes may change, but the mark of a true champion will always be the same. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Lady Senators do come out in the third period, and the Lady Blackhawks do have quite a run in them, get it down to 4, but then the Lady Senators do balloon it back out to the 11-point lead that they've got now. So Lady Senators have gone to their bigger lineup where Cora Miller, Cassidy Keltner, and Maddie Bausman are all on the floor at the same time.
That's a nice front line to have.
McNew going to be called for the walk. Coach Russell calls a timeout. He doesn't like Hattie Griffiths getting stuck there at the top. Nobody coming to help her. Nobody coming to get the ball out of her hand. So, you know, he burns one of his timeouts to let the girls know, hey, you've got to come and you've got to help her once she picks up her dribble. You've got to come to her to get the ball. Something that many of them are taught at a very young age. You know, hey, come help the point guard out once they pick up their dribble. You got to help them.
Well, like I said, that's nice for us to answer back with them cutting down the floor. And then, like I said, us trying to answer back here and putting up and then stretching it back out to 11. So glad to see that.
3:08 left to go here in the third period of play. Lady Senators are out 53-42. Pass into the post. Cora Miller unable to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, nobody's back.
McNew up and good with the bucket.
Oh my gosh, she just pushed her.
Gonna pick up a foul on Paneri.
I don't know how you don't see that.
We've switched up, and Ryan Russell's running a little bit of the point now. Nice back cut by Maddie Bausman, but she's going to be unable to keep her pivot foot. Good pass underneath. Amanda Nelson with that bucket.
Not bad.
Hattie Griffiths throws that one into the cheap seats underneath the.
I just wonder, like, even if she catches that ball there, what's she gonna do with it? Well, she'd probably been under the basket.
Yeah.
Hattie's going to pressure her pretty good. She's got her frustrated.
It's a nice thing to have when you've got McCormick underneath, who is, 6'1" and can jump, no problem. So Cora Miller going to pick up her third foul. So McCormick goes to the line. First free throw, up and good.
She hit that one, but she's been struggling with her free throws all night.
Next one up, no good.
Oh man, how'd you hate to see that?
Carter up, no good. They're going to get Bausman for over the back.
Hattie does a good job guarding.
Yeah, Hattie
girl.
stays right in front of her. Meehan with a bucket.
We cut it to a 2-point game after we ballooned it out to 11. There's Chelsea.
We're going to get a jump ball underneath. Lady Senators are ahead 53-51.
I mean, we had the wheels rolling pretty good with 11 points, and here, boom, here it is,
it's
2
a game
points.
of runs. Russell out top for 3.
That's
bang. Hattie comes out after picking up her third foul. 23.1 left.
No, that's good defense.
Russell for three. Too strong.
8 seconds.
Bousman with the
Now
steal.
he's gonna get a shot at this.
We're going to step aside, take a short commercial break. We'll be back with fourth period action.
If an individual student athlete or team wins a high school state championship, it's an amazing thing. It's also just the icing on the cake. That's because young people in Indiana who participate in education-based athletics are already winners. Studies show that win or lose, participation helps to impart skills they can use to enjoy greater success in other areas of their lives. School sports teach the benefits of teamwork, the value of self-motivation, and the importance of accountability. They also help to foster stronger work habits and higher levels of self-esteem. In other words, the true value of school sports can't be measured in terms of wins or losses. If an individual or team goes to state, it's an incredible accomplishment. But regardless of the outcome, today's student athletes are already destined to go far. School sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back for fourth period action. The Lady Senators are out 56-51. Definitely not the period that the Lady Senators wanted to have in the third. They wanted to get out and stretch that lead out, but the Lady Blackhawks are able to cut that lead even a little more.
We just got to tighten up the ship right here. It's fourth quarter. Tighten it up. Get out of here with this win.
McCormick no good. McCormick up again. Hattie no good. Keltner up. No good. Lady Senator ball underneath on a ball that kind of ping-pongs around.
Move, Cass.
Keltner no good. Keltner puts the first one up. It's no good. Gets her own rebound and then gets fouled. McNew going to pick up her second. Keltner goes to the line. That one no good.
They got the guy from Happy Gilmore sitting here behind her.
Killing brick.
Just tad.
Yep. Keltner steps up for her second free throw.
Let's see if he does it again.
That one no good. Russell tips it away from Meehan, but unable to keep it inbound. So it's going to be Lady Blackhawk ball underneath, trailing by 3. Nice move.
We got ourselves a 1-point ball game. Good take.
Russell with a nice take. Russell with the steal.
The ball's got butter on it.
That's a.
I don't think there was really nothing there. It was 1 on 3.
No.
That was 1 on 3, and I'm all about shooting the ball. But boy, you sure want to see a good one go if you're going to shoot it.
Yeah. Carter was driving to the hoop. Probably not the play that Coach Russell wanted. He probably wanted that to be kicked back out and set up in the offense.
This press is really getting to him. Well, I say that.
McNew up and good. We got a 1-point game.
Oh, right. Hope she's okay.
Russell goes down.
That basket go in?
No, I don't think so. 14.
I mean, that's what
Carroll picks up her 4th.
Our transition buckets the last few trips up down the floor has been really helping us out, man.
Yeah.
Beating them back down the floor.
Russell goes to the free throw line. That one up and good. What do you get?
Substitution number 13, Abby Kendall, and number 12,
Cora Miller back in the game. Carter going to get a quick breather. Russell to the free throw line for her 2nd. It's up. No good.
That's good. I thought we just got an offensive board out of that.
So Lady Senators cling to a 2-point lead. 6:09 left to go here in the 4th period. We're going to get a travel on McNew.
It's almost like we're going to have to keep on keeping this press on.
Yeah.
It's really giving them fits.
It's giving them fits. Their point guard, isn't quite sure how to attack it, and they try to throw it over the top where our girls then get there. Hattie turns the ball over.
Coach over here saying, they can't set up the trap. Get down the floor.
Paneri unable to knock it down.
Nice look, Hattie.
Hattie gets the bucket. Or sorry, Ryan gets the bucket. Hattie gets the assist.
And that was nice. That was a nice assist. Hit her right on stride, man. Nice finish by Ryan.
Russell to the free throw line.
This guy don't stop, does he?
That one no good, but Cora Miller gets the rebound. McNew did pick up her 3rd foul there.
substitution, Lady Blackhawks, 32, Marissa Meehan.
Lady Senators clinging to a 4-point lead here. Keltner puts up the shot, but unable to knock it down, and then the Lady Blackhawks do knock it out of bounds.
Nice.
Gonna get a foul. Meehan gonna pick up the foul. Keltner gonna go back to the line. Coach Russell just smiles and looks back over the top of us. So Keltner steps to the line. That one no good. The free throw struggles continue. Second one, no good either.
Well, we could have really extended this lead out a little bit.
Yeah, if we could have knocked down some free throws, that would have been a great help.
Oh, then we can help one down there.
Keltner holds her hands up, but then wants to swipe down at the ball. So Keltner going to pick up her 4th foul.
Number 10, Cassie Keltner, her 4th, the team's 4th. On the line,
Stevie McNew going to go to the line. She's got 18 on the evening already. That one up and good. Carter comes in for Keltner. Stevie McNew back to the line. That one up and good. So we're back to a 2-point game here. 61-59, 5 minutes to go. Stevie McNew going to pick up her 4th foul.
Foul number 10, Stephen McNew, her 4th, on the line with 2 shots, will be 12, Cora Miller.
Cora Miller to the line. That one up and good.
Yeah. Cora has a nice looking shot.
Yep. Next one up and good. Stretches that lead back out to 4. Coach Russell asking his girls to get a stop here.
It's like we're almost set up in some kind of zone. Oh. I'd like to know, which we'll find out here in a little bit, the stat on the offensive rebounds that they've got in the second half. It seems like they've got a ton of them.
Yep. Russell going to pick up the foul. McCormick's shot up and good. McCormick's second one. Pull this back to a 2-point game. No good. Bousman with the rebound. This is where you'd like to see the Senators run some of their offense, take some time off that clock, make them come out of the zone.
Mm-hmm. And get a good look. Get a good look. This is going to be that hesitate dribble, man.
Hattie Griffiths.
She's one of the best I've seen use it. She is one of the best girls I've seen, or best players use a hesitate dribble. She freezes them in their tracks, and then she takes off.
It'd be nice if she could have a little floater there, so when she does stop, if somebody stops with her, she can rise up and knock down a nice little floater there.
Keep multiple tools in your toolbox.
Russell out in front.
Oh.
Going to pick up the foul on the floor. So Russell's going to sit at the line for 2. Lady Senators do have a 65-60 lead here. First one up and good.
Substitution will be number 14, Kyra Harrell.
Harrell back into the game. Meehan out. Second free throw. Up and good. It gives Ryan 12 on the evening. Lead back out to 7. Going to get a loose ball foul. Russell's going to go back to the line for more free throws.
Foul on number 13, Abby Hinkle, and her second. On the line for 2 shots will be number 3, Ryan Russell.
Looking for point 13. That one up and good. Back comes Stevie McNew with her 4 fouls.
Yeah, Ryan's almost automatic at the free throw line.
Yeah, now you've done it though.
Huh? Yeah, watch this. I shouldn't have
She's
said anything.
82% on the year, and you just probably jinxed her.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I did, I know.
I'm blaming you for that one. She didn't miss that one. You jinxed her.
You might, I mean, ain't it funny how that works though? You say something and
it doesn't matter who says it. It happens in the boys' games all the time too. McCormick with another bucket underneath. Russell for 3. Bang.
Yeah, I think she got warmed up at the free throw line.
That's what Ryan needs to do. She needs to see the ball go through the hoop, and once it does, she's money. So We're going to step aside. We've got a full timeout on the floor. We'll be back with live fourth quarter action where the Lady Senators are out 71-62 over the Lady Blackhawks of Springs Valley.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live fourth period action. Lady Senators are out 71-62. McNew up. Nelson going to pick up the foul. Ryan Russell back to the line. It's up. No good.
I should never say anything. She missed this one too. I didn't say it this time, but I guess from the last time. That's unlike her, man.
Yeah. This is for her 17th point of the evening. That one up and good. 72-62, Lady Senators 10-point lead, 3:45 left to go. Sorry, 2:45 left to go. Russell with the steal.
Here. And she's probably going to go back to free throw line.
Nelson picks up her fourth. Apparently every time you get fouled, you get to get the ball back or shoot free throws. That's something new in the game, I believe. Russell's up and good. Gives her 18.
18 points.
18 points.
Wow.
Most of those are from the free throw line, so.
Freebies.
That one up and good. 12-point lead for the Lady Senators. Addie gonna get a turnover back the other way. McNew up. No good. McCormick up and good. We're going to step aside, take another short commercial break, and we'll be back with fourth period action.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action. Lady Senators are up 74-64. 2:09 left to go.
They'll put on a little press of their own.
Throw ahead. Cora Miller unable to knock that one down. Russell with the rebound. Chelsea Carter knocks down the 3, and then we're going to have a foul.
On the line for one shot will be number 5, Chelsea Carter.
A 4-point play. I ain't got a chance to see one of these in a while.
We've got kind of a mass substitution here.
Somebody's over here throwing around some cuss words too. I see Philip looking over here. It's pretty clear what the guy said. Did you hear him?
Yes.
Okay.
Just Carter to the line. That one left short. McCormick with the rebound. Going to get a carry on Paneri. So we're going to get 4 and 15. Checking back in. Going to do a little offense for defense here. Paneri going to foul, pick up her 4th of the game. Oh, sorry, that's her 5th.
That's her 5th. Substitution will be number 14, Tara Harris. And on the line for 2 shots will be number 1.
She had a good game.
Paneri had a great first half. She had 10, and I don't believe she scored in the second half. So Hattie Griffiths knocks that one down, gives her 13 on the evening.
I know the people at home don't know, but this guy that keeps on yelling break behind us, he's probably about 50 years old. It's every shot. The lane violation.
Lane violation. So Lady Senators out 78-64.
He agreed with that call, Craig. He agreed with the lane violation.
Did he?
Call,
Oh,
yeah.
good. Miller able to get the steal there.
Let's run the clock out.
Lady Senators pull the ball out, do a little 4 corners, looking to just keep the ball away. Carter misses the layup. Going to pick up a foul on Maddie Bausman. Going to be her 3rd of the evening. A minute left to go. Carroll with the free throw. That's up and good. Gives her 4 on the evening. Next one. Up, no good. Maddie Bausman pulls that one down.
There you go. Way to work the ball around.
Way to bring it back out to the top. 32 seconds left to go.
Keep on eating the clock away.
Harrell's going to pick up the foul. Going to be her 5th of the evening.
I think she was ready to check out anyway. I was kind of watching her.
The foul number 15, Tara Harrell, her 5th. On the line for 2 shots will be number 1. Adding back substitution will be number 23.
Hattie to the line, where she's got 13 points on the evening. That one no good. That one up and good. Lady Senators have this one in the bag. Up 79-65, 20 seconds left to go. .2 left to go. Hattie Griffiths with the ball in her hand. Not going to even bring it across half court. So the Lady Senators do come out and win this one 79-65 over the Lady Blackhawks. We're going to step aside for a commercial break, and we'll be back with into the game stats.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Indiana knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here. The Lady Senators do pull out a victory, 79-65 over the Lady Blackhawks of Springs Valley. Scoring breakdown for the Blackhawks goes like this. McCormick does get 20 points on 9 of 14 shooting. McNew also has 20 points on 7 of 15. And Paneri has 10 on 2 of 7. So those are their 3 in double digits. They also had Nelson with 9 on 4 of 8. And Harrell with 4 on 1 of 6. And then Meehan chips in a 2-point bucket for her lone 2 to give them 65 on the evening. West Washington does come out and put 5 girls in double digits, led in scoring by Ryan Russell, who was 5 of 10 from the field for 19 points. Maddie Bausman had 16 on 8 of 12 shooting. Hattie Griffiths had 14 on 4 of 9 shooting. Chelsea Carter had 12 on 3 of 9 shooting, and Keltner had 11 on 5 of 10 shooting. So those were their 5 in double digits. Cora Miller chipped in 7 on 1 of 6. Assists for the Lady Blackhawks, I have them as having 7 for the game. They do have 2 blocks, 14 offensive rebounds, led by McCormick with 6. She did have 8 defensive rebounds. They did have 19 as a team. So that gave McCormick 14 total rebounds and 20 points. So, you know, definitely a double-double for her and a great game. The Lady Blackhawks do have 33 total rebounds. I had them for 20 turnovers on the game. West Washington did have 16 assists, led by Hattie Griffiths with 7 of those. 1 block by Cora Miller. 13 offensive rebounds, 16 defensive rebounds for 29 total. I had them for 9 steals and had them for 13 turnovers. So they did clean that up, you know, quite a bit. Shooting for the Lady Blackhawks, they were 24 of 53 for the game for 45%. They were 22 of 44 for 50% from 2-point range, 2 of 9 from 3-point range, and 15 of 23 from the free throw line for 65%. West Washington comes out and shoots 26 of 56 from the field for 46%. They are 20 of 43 from 2-point range for 46%. They were 6 of 13 from 3-point range for 46%. So talk about consistency. They were 46% overall, 46% from 2-point range, 46% from 3-point range, and they were 21 of 37 for 56% from the free throw line. So I know Coach Russell is not going to be very pleased about that. You know, when you shoot 37 free throws and you only knock down 21 of them, you know, not the offense that he wants to have there. He wants them to definitely, you know, be able to knock down 70% of those. So they needed another 4 or 5 to get them to that percentage. Scoring breakdown by period. First period, Lady Senators jump out to a 25-9 lead. Second period, the Lady Blackhawks close that up when they score 22 and the Lady Senators only get 18. Third period, Lady Senators only score 13 points where the Lady Blackhawks chip in 20, so that brings the score to much closer. And then in the fourth period, the Lady Senators are able to get out and put in 23, where the Lady Blackhawks are only able to get 23, where the Lady Blackhawks only get 14 to bring our total score 79-65. Lady Senators do win. We are joined by Coach Darren Russell. Lots of free throws that game, Coach Russell.
Lots of free throws, and we did not shoot very well from the free throw line, which is very, very disappointing, because last night each girl probably shot 30 to 40 free throws, and every one of them hit between 70 and 85%. So, you know, I don't know whether it was the legs being tired. I mean, I know probably a big part was the lack of concentration. That's what we got to get better at.
Yeah, you were 21 of 37 from the line, but Hattie Griffiths did knock down 6 of 9, and Ryan was 7 of 11. So, I mean, you were, you know, you did have some good, you know, shooters in the mix there. So
they should be shooting better than that.
Well,
especially one.
Well, you know, you were led in scoring tonight by Ryan with 19, but you do get your 5 girls in double digits. Ryan had 19. I had Chelsea Carter with 12, Cassidy Keltner with 11, Maddie Bausman with 16, and Hattie Griffiths with 14.
Yeah, I mean, just a totally balanced team effort tonight. I think at the first half, Maddie may have 14 and Cassidy had 11. So,
yeah,
you know, they really carried us there in the first half. And then the second half, they made a more concerted effort because the first half they were in a triangle and 2 to start out with on Ryan and Chelsea, and we made them pay by going inside to Maddie, Cassidy, Cora had some big baskets there in the first half. And then the second half, they had to play us more straight up, and Ryan and Chelsea was able to get some looks, and, I mean, Hattie was able to drive on them pretty much the entire night.
Yeah, I thought you did a good job of bringing the McCormick girl out to the top when you brought Cora Miller out. She had to come out and guard her.
Yeah, that was the whole point. Whoever she was guarding was going to come out, and we was going into the opposite side, because we knew that, you know, they couldn't leave Cora. I mean, if they're going to leave Cora, Cora's going to has the ability to stand out there and hit 3 after 3 after 3. So, I mean, just that threat or that presence draws McCormick away from the basket.
Yeah, and that really seemed to change the game, because then, you know, they went, you know, switching, you know, off of Cora with McCormick, and then, you know, you were able to drive a whole lot easier. You know, with your ability to drive, Hattie Griffiths has a great night tonight. She puts in 14, but I had her for 7 assists and 4 rebounds along with 3 steals, and I only had her for 3 turnovers.
Hattie's last 2 games, Hattie has played exceptional, and you know, she made passes tonight that I've envisioned for years her making, and you know, now that I think she finally realizes what I'm talking about in the angles, and you know, I'm hoping we're going to see those type of passes numerous times. I mean, she made one pass, I don't remember whether it was to Ryan or Chelsea.
It was to Ryan on a layup.
It was to Ryan on a layup, yeah.
I mean, the official walked by and he said that was an amazing pass.
Yeah,
and I said,
right
you're exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, I'm hoping to see a lot more of that from her.
You know, a totally balanced team effort tonight. You have, you know, your 5 in double digits, you know, getting down into the meat and potatoes of your conference schedule. You do get a win against Springs Valley tonight to keep you, you know, undefeated in your conference schedule. You then go Thursday and play at Shoals, which is a non-conference game, and then you have, you know, some time off before you come back for some big games here, you know, on Ron Smith Court. So
I mean, that's the thing tonight. You know, the girls seemed relaxed. They were having fun, you know, and that was the main thing. They came up with this thing. They were a happy team. A happy team equals fun team equals a winning team, and there's some truth to that. But it's like I told them. I said, don't you think we're going to have this happy team attitude during practice?
Because
they've already proven that we can't have happy practices.
Well, you said early that you were going to have to be the Grinch, so I don't know how the Grinch fits into a happy team. But
I don't either, but maybe I'm the Grinch on nights that we don't have games, and then when we have a game, I can relax a little bit. If they play the way they played tonight, I can relax.
Well, Coach Russell, this is going to be the last time we're going to be on live stream before the Christmas break, where you guys kind of get a little bit of a break. We won't be at the game Thursday at Shoals broadcasting it, but probably be there watching it for you guys. Well,
thank you guys very much.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of people talk about how much they appreciate you guys doing this. I know Rye's home, and she's watched it at college. I know Courtney Knapp has talked about watching you guys. It's just really neat that our kids that go away to college that are normally at the games or that have played here have the ability to watch it, or like we said, like Punky. I mean, not able to be here when Taylor's playing. He can sit in his hotel room in Tennessee and watch it. So, or grandparents. I mean, it's an awesome experience that you're providing for our fans,
awesome,
and we appreciate it.
Awesome job, Craig.
Well,
like
it
Keith,
takes more than one. It takes more than one.
I'm just a big dummy wearing a headset, but he's the one that sets all this stuff up. There's a lot to this, man. I don't even know what he does half the time, but it's amazing because I get to go home and watch I watch this games back. I watch the varsity boys games back. And you used to not be able to do that kind of stuff,
I know.
So big shout out to Craig, man, because like I said, he gets it done. I mean, and like I said, I don't know half these wires go to, so it's awesome.
Well, Coach Russell, thank you very much,
and
you
guys have a great Christmas.
And Merry Christmas.
You have a Merry Christmas too.
We'll talk to you guys first of the year.
All right.
We're going to go ahead and name our player of the game tonight, which is going to be Miss Hattie. Who does chip in 14 points on 4 of 9 shooting. All of those were 2-point buckets. And then she was 6 of 9 from the free throw line for 66%. She did have 7 assists. She had 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds for 4 total. She had 3 steals and only 3 turnovers on the evening. So a big shout out to Hattie Griffiths for her player of the game honors tonight. And then with that, we're going to wrap up our last live stream of this year. We'll be back in 2018 for more girls action. Actually, I take that back. It's not the last live stream action. It's the last girls live stream action of this year. Because we will be back for the boys for the Springs Valley tournament. So definitely make sure you spread the word about being able to watch the games live. Coach Russell gave us a great plug there on the former senators being able to watch from college and from all over. So definitely make sure you spread the word about that. My thought, Keith.
Congratulations to Hattie Griffiths on her game. She's very good with the ball. Like I said, only having 3 turnovers tonight. She had her 7 assists. She's playing good basketball. She's starting to just come into her own, man. That's what she wants to do. You're going to come into her own and let the game slow down for a little bit. And like I said, she's amazing. She's amazing kid to watch play the game. Like I said, big shout out to you again for doing this. I won't see you again until next year. Have a Merry Christmas. Everybody out there have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy time with your family. And I'll see you next year.
Yeah, next year we'll be back Tuesday. I think it's it's Thursday. Thursday, I believe we play Trinity Lutheran here, which is a big game. So not the little Shoals. We've got them this Thursday, but then the Thursday that the kids come back from school, we do have Trinity Lutheran here on the Ron Smith court. So that will be the next girls action. But we do plan on doing the Springs Valley Holiday Tournament with the boys with Misty Jones and Coach Gibby will be on the air. So we will be over there doing that. And we hope to see you all then. So thank you very much.